So here we're just going to have a look at an application where we want to cut a vent out of this door, and we're going to use the plunge saw and the rail for that. This could be plunging a sink out of a bench top or whatever it might be. What we need to do is drop the saw in there to get the line. Now, one thing on the plunge saw which makes that a bit easier is we've got a mark on the saw, a little indent in the back here. And we've also got on the clear view window, there's a little mark just on the front. And what these two marks represent is the extent that the blade will cut. And this is when the blade is at full depth. So we bring this all the way down onto our 55mm. And then when we plunge that then just gives us the extent that the blade will cut to, so it makes it really easy. This one's overhanging this a little bit because we're not on the rail. So once we get on that rail, that means it'll be locked onto that and give us a perfect cut, and the riving knife will just retract as we plunge as well. Not all applications we need to use a clamp. So on the back of the guide rail, that's the whole idea of the felt. The felt's there so that when we do line it up with our mark, that'll hold it, so the weight in itself will just hold that down. And when we do our plunge cut, there is always a chance that the saw will climb back at us, kick back and everything else. So all we're going to use here is a little kickback stop, and that'll just slot into the guide rail. All we're going to do here now is just line up our plunge mark, so directly down onto that, and then we're just going to slide this stop just up here, so then that supports the back of the saw. So when we plunge in, no chance it'll climb back up to us. Just make sure, for best dust extraction, we just make sure that's all the way down. It's got the stop that'll redirect it back into the dust extraction. Okay, so that gives us a good quality cut where the guide rail is. If we needed a good cut on this side, we could fit the splinter guard to the other side of the saw. So really easy and accurate way to plunge cut.